Hello everyone, Manithrow here, and welcome back to the weekly update videos. Updates are back once again after the holiday break, so that is good news for everybody. Now, I will say, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show off today's update until later the weekend, but we can go over the information of it. Reason being is because it is locked behind a quest. So I'm not going to be able to quite access it. But today there is Stalker creatures in RuneScape's birthday. It is actually the 17th birthday for RuneScape. So this game has been going on for quite a while. Probably one of the longest MMOs to date. But first off, the Seekers and Soul Gazers. As you can see, this guy up here, that is one of them right there. But the Seeker is the one that is level 71, and the Soul Gazer is level 99. Now these were accessible through Dungeoneering, and now they are going to be available through regular in the main world. Okay, so you can get a Stalker creature, a Slayer assignment. So it's not necessarily just Seeker or necessarily Soul Gazer. It just depends on the level you have, and then you can fight either one respectively as you so desire. So if you want to go for an easier one, you can go for the Seeker, but keep in mind they are both there. There is actually Gold Premier Club member benefit too, so keep that in mind. Yeah, there is a benefit to that. Okay, now they are located in the dungeon beneath Demonheim using Mo's communication device, and says which means you will need to have completed Dishonor Amongst Thieves. So if you don't have that quest completed, you cannot access them, which is the reason why I cannot do that. But I will have that to you guys this weekend, which that means you guys will soon have another quest guide too, which is something I've been excited to do again ever since I got my editing software going. So, a lot of stuff coming now again. Alright. Okay, so they said, but that's not all. They have eyed up, they said they gave the Soul Gazers an increased elite spawn rate, which that means you will be able to get more dropping secret charms and for the portal and a whole bunch of stuff, and you'll have better chance of getting the dark arrows to make the new tier 80 Stalker arrows. Dark arrows will now have a use and they can be upgraded. And then there's also the tier 80 Hex Hunter bow, which is a rare drop, of course. And it's a formidable damage to magic opponents especially, which is something you'd be wanting to use against magic creatures anyway. But it increases your accuracy for targets with a vulnerability to arrows. So if it is weak to arrows in a magic user, it'll be even stronger yet for accuracy. This is, again, a very good alternative to the Zyrite bow, which is probably going to be a lot harder to obtain than this bow here. But unlike the Zyrite, this one actually requires ammunition. And this is for your best shot, go for the Elite Soul Gazers, of course. And now if you're a Gold Premier Club member, until the 22nd of January you can obtain a Stalker Gland from the Guardian of the Vault at the Grand Exchange, which, when given to either the Slayer Master listed above, will guarantee a Stalker task. So that is there, which is actually pretty cool. Now, this is RuneScape's 17th birthday, as I mentioned before. There's not a whole lot to it. It's just there's going to be an anniversary cake, and you can eat it once every 3 minutes. And it replenishes your life points, scaling according to your level. So it's one of those kind of things where there's probably going to be some different festivities throughout the year. But there's also Solomon store sales, which all the following are currently half price, which is a Death by Water animation, Ushanko Warrior Wrestling animation, Strong Arm Burial, Unstable Alchemy, Proud Walk, Kick Sand, Dwarven Challenge Barrel, King and Queen Heart of Hearts pack, Inari, Chameleon Extract 3-pack, Prince and Princesses titles, the Silver Bladed Wings, Shipwreck Trident, and the Rogue outfit. Okay, so there's actually some competition winners too for the Winter Sweepstakes. The winners are Seth SD 259 RS and Taibu-sun OSRS, and they won themselves that Razer Blade Pro laptop, which is actually really awesome. And it says, well done also to Zaffron, who won their Christmas Insta Challenge competition with her Giant Mole inspired Christmas critter image. So that is actually all very good news. But then there's also going to be the patch notes. Before we even get into that, the Lootscape, there is a new item. It's the Lootscape. Get it? There is now going to be a cape. Sorry, I had to make the pun. It was sitting right in front of me. Okay, so to get this cape, you have to tune in either Tuesday or Sunday, and throughout the whole entire month of January for a chance to get it. Tuesday's live stream, we got Tuesday, January 9th at 1700 UTC game time. They hear the year ahead Q&A, which will be answering questions about the year ahead video they did. If you guys haven't seen either their video or my video in the year ahead, both of them, it's fantastic year ahead. We're looking for a very good year. And on Sunday, January 14th, 1900 UTC, of course, it's PVM with Mod Lee. So if you're not able to make the Tuesday one, go ahead and try to make the Sunday one. Now we're going to head over into the patch notes. Okay, so for graphical, the strong arm woodcutting animation override now animates with crystal shards rather than wooden splinters when chopping crystal trees. The ground and instance and Lumbridge God statue has now been fixed. Small and large zombie monkey bones have been adjusted to ensure that large bones appear bigger than small bones in the backpack. Character stretching issues when canceling an active duel while a Gobi disguise kit is active have now been fixed. Dropped versions of gemstone armor have now been mended so they no longer float in the air. The magic carpet no longer duplicates when taking off and landing at the magic carpet stations. Orla's Wisp colony map has been updated to account for changes made with the Menaphos and Sophonim expansion. Skills D&Ds and minigames. Examining a party member while dungeoneering now shows the correct stats. 5 kilogram sandstone no longer cuts into 6 1 kilogram sandstones. Tuska's Wrath is now marked as a members only in the Constitution skill guide. Wolf's Bane level has been corrected in the attack skill guide. Web snippers in Demonheim are now marked as non-members in the cooking skill guide. The examine text for Supreme Overload Solve has been updated to mention the Wyvern Fire Protection. Quest challenges and achievements. Evil Dave's Big Day Out is now listed as a 6-age quest. References to Elite White Knights and White Knight Forge and Evil Dave's Big Day Out have been corrected to Temple Knights and the White Knight's Castle. The requirement for Evil Dave's Big Day Out in the achievement system now matches those in the quest system. The Elemental Workshop 2 quest start screen no longer appears after completing the quest. Typos in the quest overview screen from Horror from the Deep and My Arm's Big Adventure have now been corrected. Canopic jars will now appear correctly during Ictharian's Little Helper. Clicking the doorway will force them to appear if any are missing. The Squishing level achievement has returned to Menaphos Achievements list after a short hiatus. A typo has been corrected for the Wanted quest. Crafting dragon leather boots, crafting dragon leather boots will no longer count towards crafting dragon leather vambraces daily challenge. It shouldn't. The wilderness area achievement Chaos Theo is now tagged as a members only, as a Chaos Altar can't be used on free worlds. The Varrock area achievement Jackanary is now tagged as members only. Free players can now toggle max daily challenges and members skills at the level 5 skill cap. If players log into members world, it will be toggled back off. Daily challenges are now only assigned to free players if they meet the secondary requirements, while previously these were only checked for members. The magic log daily challenges for firemaking, fletching, and woodcutting are no longer assigned to free players due to their limited access to magic logs. The herb lore requirement for Clean Termin daily challenge has been corrected from 11 to 5. Earn daily challenges are now be correctly assigned to free players. Nice typo. The brown and pointy fletching daily challenge will now only be assigned if the smithing requirements are met. Smithing level 5 for bronze arrowheads, or smithing level 4 and torch trap for bronze darts, which is soon going to change anyway. Low level fletching challenges that explained how to fletch now tell players to select craft, then knife, instead of selecting fletch. The changing of the guard combat achievement is now marked as members only. The changing of the guard new Varrock achievement has been renamed to Guard is Dead. The repressed wilderness area now requires 50 cursed memories as intended. The quest overview screen for Nature's Spirit can no longer be accessed on free worlds. All members quests now check if the player is on a member's world. An issue with the requirement for starting Legends quest has been corrected. The next to no power achievement will now complete correctly. Due to its change, it can now only be achieved in a bossing instance. Missing achievements have been added for 15 Constitution and 102 Invention. The Don't Stop Me If I Start to Ramble achievement no longer triggers when completing a temple trek. Non-milestone progress and progress reset messages have been filtered for the Careful There Are Snakes achievement. Other. It is now easier to consistently cast debuff and bind spells while Revolution is active in combat. These spells still obey the global cooldown and may now be cast via ability queuing in the action bar. Thank you. The Worn Equipment interface now resizes correctly. Using Dominion Mines no longer skips the Tendrils mechanic during the Telos encounter. The So Much Power special attack in the Telos encounter will no longer deal damage to the player at the start of Phase 5. It is now possible to withdraw runes in the rune pouch when the same kind of rune is already in the player's full backpack. The tooltip on the medium, large, and giant rune crafting pouch now displays increased durability immunity to degradation bestowed on it by the Repair Rune Pouch lunar spell. Feedback messages from the feedback messages from Repair Rune Pouch spell now display as information boxes instead of a chat window message. A blue cape can once again be purchased from Scavo's Rune store in the Champions Guild, as its possible clue in the Wanted quest. The broken fountains in Varrock have been fixed so that players can once again draw water from them. Players will no longer repeatedly see the message, "You cannot fight other people's followers here," when using AoE abilities when the clan avatar or Gothixian butterfly is nearby. The reference Zera's spellbook and the Elven Grimoire spellbook swap has been changed to Ancient Spellbook. Feedback has been added when player attempts to withdraw an item from the bank with a full Beast of Burden inventory. The select destination option on the fairy rings no longer opens the transportation interface on free worlds. Snowboard trick emotes no longer stall player movement. The bag of salt animation no longer stalls the player. The aggressive monster warning for the Max Guild boss teleport to Dagonoth Kings has been removed. An issue has been fixed when certain toggleable icons were still appearing on the world map when players attempted to hide all icons. Mouse over text now updates for interactable locations when connect and change stat, such as the invention workbench and picked fruit trees. Cannot talk tonight. Hellweir, Vindicta, and Gorvik, and the Twin Furies and Gregorvik can now have their boss kill count prestiged. Interesting. Hot fixes since the last update. The 2017 Ninja Survey now correctly displays the last option on the result page. The You're Not My Real Ma achievement has now consistently completes when reaching 100 Chronicles. The Twitch Loot Chest Cheer Hunter outfit date check was extended until the 31st of December. It's a little late for that now. Players can no longer place augmented items into the auto alker machine, as this causes them to lose their perks and item XP when the item is removed. The 1.1 times XP interface no longer repeatedly reopens itself while logged in. The festive box food date check has been adjusted to cover dates up until January 19th, 2018. Ninja fixes: the consistency of layouts across the Friends, Clan, Friend Chat, and Notes interfaces have been improved. There is now a counter for the total number of players in Friend Chat located beside the Friend Chat settings, behind a button on the Friend Chat info interface. The Fish Flingers interfaces now use the correct interface style. The Magic Carpet Travel Network is now accessed through an interface, allowing travel to any unlocked destination from almost any station. However, the Monkey Station still only connects to South Polnovich and Shante Pass, as it does not charge a fee. That's really cool too. The slow method of traveling by Magic Carpet has been removed to simplify Magic Carpet travel. That's actually really good there at the end. Alright, so that's actually it for the patch notes. So thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, later guys.